What's up, losers? My name is Apio Komanda for those who don't already know me. Well, just follow me so you can know me. And this is my first IGTV on like a legal issue. And I just wanted to make these because I don't know, it just relates so much to me and my life, and well, not really. Anyway, I'm here today to review Legally Blonde. Okay, so I'm a really big fan of Legally Blonde. I'm not here to bash Legally Blonde. I really, if you know me, I really like medical and legal dramas. They're just hilarious because like half of the things there you can't even relate to, and I don't know what I was on, but I need some of that. I need some of that energy and some good loving and that swagger she got. I need it. Anyway, so I'm here to review. I'm gonna watch some clips and then yeah, we're just gonna do it. So let's go to law school.
Wish me luck, Bruiser. This is my first class as a serious law student. I totally look the part.
Yeah, I don't know where Al gets these outfits. I don't know. Usually in law school, well, back when everything was still normal, you just grab some jeans, a top, hoodie. This is basically my law school attire, guys. I'm wearing jeans, I'm wearing a hoodie, and you wear sneakers or flip-flops or something that's easy, and you carry your backpack. You're basically going to laze around the whole day. You carry like a cup of coffee or an energy drink. That's really how law school is. It's not fancy. So her outfits at the moment, yeah, I don't know where she gets that. Don't know. You go here. You go where? I go here. Here is the place I am going.
Harvard. Law school.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
Like, this was one of my favorite scenes. Like, the Harvard's law school. Like, it's hard. Like, I'm not sure about Harvard, ne? I'm not sure about Harvard. But I'm guessing it's not really easy to get into Harvard. And law school. Here we go. I don't know what Reese was onto here, but she was serving us standard.
Oh, hi. My name is Elle Woods, and for my admissions essay, I'm going to tell all of you at Harvard why I'm going to make an amazing lawyer.
As president of my sorority, I'm skilled at commanding the attention of a room and discussing very important issues. It has come to my attention that the maintenance staff is switching our toilet paper from Charmin to generic. All those opposed to chafing, please say aye.
I'm pretty sure that criminal law has nothing to do with Charmin or generic. But the fact that, you're talking about Charmin and generic toilet paper, yeah, I don't see how that would land you into, Harvard Law School. So, but it is a movie. So yeah, guys, if you're listening and you think doing an admission video like this or commanding a room because you're talking about toilet paper is a serious matter, yeah, that doesn't apply in criminal law and family law or civil procedure or anything, actually. Hey. I've been in law school for about 4 years now, and I've never seen half-naked guys carrying a beer can running anywhere, ever. Maybe I go to the wrong law school. Maybe I go to the wrong university. Maybe other universities do this. Maybe, in other countries they do this, but definitely not in South Africa. This is not done, ever.
I'm able to recall hundreds of important details at the drop of a hat. Hey, Elle, do you know what happened on Days of Our Lives yesterday? Why, yes, Margot, I do. Once again, we join Hope in the search for her identity. As you know, she's been brainwashed by the evil Stefano.
It's the Days of Our Lives for me. It's the evil Stefano for me. 100 of important details and you quote Days of Our Lives. If that's not gangster, I don't know what is. Like, how did she get into law school? How did she get into Harvard? Let's not even mention law school. How did she get into Harvard? Kanjan. Johnny, guys. Johnny.
I feel comfortable using legal jargon in everyday life. I object.
I feel comfortable in using legal jargon in everyday life. When you're talking to your family, like, unless you're in class, I honestly don't understand where you use legal jargon, or in a police station. I don't. I object. I'm telling you, Reese Witherspoon killed this role, guys. Killed it, knocked it out of the park. I don't think anyone could have done what she did.
The law is reason free from passion. Does anyone know who spoke those immortal words? Yeah.
Aristotle.
Are you sure?
Yes?
Would you be willing to stake your life on it?
I think so.
What about his life?
I don't know.
Well,
I think out of all the lectures, this lecture is the most realistic out of them all. You get those lecturers where they really want to challenge your thinking. So, you know, they ask you one question, you answer it, and then, you know, they just keep on digging. You know, they just keep digging. And you really have to be sure about where you stand and, you know, the principles that really make your answer correct, or the provisions that make your answer correct, because laws are not but about what you think, but it's also about facts. So him asking, you know, would you bet your life on it? And he says, I think so. Then what do you think? It's not about what you think, but what does the law say? Is it a fact or not? And I think it's a really realistic interpretation of some of, you know, the lectures that we have in university in general, and some of the lectures we have in law school.
Actually, I wasn't aware that we had an assignment.
oh. Vivian Kensington, do you think it's acceptable that Ms. Woods is not prepared?
No. I don't.
Would you support my decision to ask her to leave class and to return only when she is prepared?
Absolutely.
Yeah, not doing your work and being kicked out of class is not... Yeah, it's not something it's the first time hearing it. Like, it's honestly something that actually happens if you don't do your work, or if you're not prepared for class. Then it's almost as if, why are you here? And some lecturers really do kick you out of class. So, cool representation there. By the way, why does Vivian look like a 50-year-old principal? Like, honestly, what is up with that two pieces? Like, honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's a representation of people in law school. She looks like an English 55-year-old principal from Northwich. I don't know where that is, but that's what she looks like.
L. Woods, Your Honor. Rule 3.03 of Supreme Judicial Court states that a law student may appear on behalf of a defendant in criminal proceedings.
Your Honor, I have no problem with this.
I do. I'm not allowing it.
The trial. So I'm not necessarily sure if I can represent a client in, I'm still in law school. I'm not really necessarily sure about that. I doubt. But I'm a fourth year and she was a first year, so I don't think that's allowed. But it is, maybe it's American law.
Oh my God, there she is. Ella, we came to see your trial. Oh, look how cute. There's like a judge and everything. And jury people. Vote for Elle!
Ladies, take a seat.
So in America, there's a jury system who determine like trials. So those are the people that sit in a trial that offer an independent view on how the court should rule. So we don't have that in South Africa. In South Africa, we don't have a jury system, but clearly in America they do. So your friends coming to court and telling the judge how cute they look, there's almost like there's a judge and jury people and everything. Yeah, that court is like so serious, guys. None of this happens ever. So the court is like serious, and like the walls are so like dark, and it's very intimidating. I don't want to lie, it's very intimidating. So yeah, this would never happen. Probably they'd be held in contempt if, you know, you have a like a really strict judge. But if you have maybe a lenient one, even this wouldn't fly.
You know, a girl in my sorority, Tracy Marcinko, got a perm once. We all tried to talk her out of it. Curls weren't a good look for her. She didn't have your bone structure. Oh. But thankfully, that same day, she entered the Beta Delta Pi wet t-shirt contest where she was completely hosed down from head to toe.
Objection. Why is this relevant?
Oh, I have a point, I promise.
Then make it.
I don't even necessarily think you can say that to, you know, the court. That, nah, you can't say that. No one cares. What does the law say? What does the evidence say? It's all about that.
Chutney, why is it that Tracy Marcinko's curls were ruined when she got hosed down?
Because they got wet?
Exactly. Because isn't it the first cardinal rule of perm maintenance that you're forbidden to wet your hair for at least 24 hours after getting a perm at the risk of deactivating the ammonium thioglycolate?
Yes.
And wouldn't somebody who's had, say, 30 perms before in their life be well aware of this rule? And if, in fact, you weren't washing your hair, as I suspect you weren't because your curls are still intact, wouldn't you have heard the gunshot? And if, in fact, you had heard the gunshot, Brooke Wyndham wouldn't have had time to hide the gun before you got downstairs, which would mean that you would have had to have found Mrs. Wyndham with a gun in her hand to make your story plausible. Isn't that right?
And some of her questions I felt like were really leading, but it's a movie and she totally killed this child. I don't know how, but she killed it.
She's my age. Did she tell you that? How would you feel if your father married someone who was your age?
You, however, had time to hide the gun, didn't you, Chutney? After you shot your father.
I didn't mean to shoot him. I thought it was you walking through the door.
Order, order. Order.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Like, this was an epic scene, you guys. Like, I was just like, yeah, that's my girl in pink. How are you gonna mess with the girl in pink? Elle, how do you know Chutney was lying? You know, so theatrical. So, in essence, do I think Legally Blonde is a direct representation of law school? Absolutely not. But, you know, Legally Blonde is a really nice movie. And I really recommend, if you haven't watched it, I'm sorry for ruining this for you, but I really recommend that you watch it. It's been out for like since ever. So I honestly don't know why you haven't watched it yet. But yeah, guys, if you want me to react to anything else, please, you know, comment down below and share. Follow me for more. Love and light.